Today on the Trend Out Loud podcast.
Y'all were doubting me. Y'all were talking about clickbait. I got proof that Diddy's sons put hands on Ray J. How come nobody's seen Ray J in the past 48 hours? Mr. I like to be on Instagram, Mr. YouTube, Mr. I got my own network. Nobody has seen Ray J's face in 48 hours. The feds have run up in Jay Prince's office. Rap-A-Lot Records might be the next label headed for a federal investigation. What up? It's Trend Out Loud, and I'm back in another episode. All right, it's Thursday morning. Y'all know me. It's my second favorite day of the week. The weekend is almost here, but to get you through your day, I got a good show. Actually, I got a great show set up for you guys today. All right, I got 3 lead stories. We're going to kick it off. I got proof that Diddy's sons actually put hands on Ray J. The feds run up in Rap-A-Lot Records, but then Jay Prince denies it. Elon Musk warns about the economy collapsing if Donald Trump gets into office. We got quick news. Beyoncé, Joe Rogan, Making the Band member Freddy, Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, and we got an update on Lil Durk. We're going to close out, as we always do, with question of the day and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, or your devices up. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. Ray J tells Wack 100 he was rushed by like 8 N-words during alleged altercation with Diddy's son. His new manager claims nobody's going to press him. They're just some little kids trying to fight a big boy. All right, before I read and get into this, I just want to give you guys a little bit of context. Yesterday, we broke a story about Diddy's sons putting hands on Ray J. A lot of people out there and blog sites were reporting that it was an argument. I had information from a source that was there that said they put hands on Ray J. A lot of people under that video were like, yo, this is clickbait. Yo, I don't believe it. It's not true. Now, today, I'm actually going to present some evidence to you on why I believe it's true, okay? I was not there. I can only tell you what somebody told me that was there, and I do trust this person. I do trust this source. I have some pictures, but before we even get to the pictures and more proof that I have, I want to just run down what Ray J has said on a podcast and what another person that was there, Hazel E, commented, okay? So just want to break it down, and then you guys decide if this was just an argument or do you feel like hands were laid, all right? So the first thing we're going to do is let me just read back the article of this is what Ray J said to Wack 100, all right? So during a phone call with Wack 100, Ray J said he was rushed by like 8 N-words during an alleged altercation with Diddy's son. Meanwhile, his manager, Dave, claims no one's going to press Ray J. These little kids are just trying to fight a big boy. As we previously stated, Diddy's 3 sons, Justin Combs, Christian Combs, and his stepson, Quincy, found themselves in a tense confrontation with Ray J outside of Tara Electra's unruly agency Halloween party in Los Angeles over the weekend. All right, so right away there, I'm going to play the clip in a second, but AJ says, yo, I was rushed by 8 N-words, but then people are like, oh, it's an alleged altercation and an argument. I don't know somebody who rushes somebody just to have an argument, but give me some time. I'll explain more, okay? According to TMZ, sources told them that there was a full-on brawl with 4 men after the party came to an end. I'll read that again. A full-on brawl. I keep telling y'all, from what I have heard, these guys, Diddy's sons, put hands on Ray, but Ray J is out here trying to clean up. He's out here trying to not let this get out. All right. That's why some of y'all are like, oh, I don't believe it because this is what other people are saying. Maybe he got to some other people, maybe some other sites, maybe some other YouTubers don't have the information. The information I have is that they did put hands on him and he's out here trying to clean it up. Whether he's, buying video or, paying people off, I don't know. And like I said, I wasn't there. I can't tell you that I seen it, but I will ask you one thing, and I'm going to get back to finish reading this. I will ask you one thing. It's 2024. How come there's no video out on this? Like I said, I have pictures, which I'm going to play for you guys in a second, but how come we see no videos of this? It's 2024. You're trying to tell me there's going to be 8 dudes in a parking lot arguing and allegedly pushing each other around and nobody has it on videotape? Or Was it an industry event? And Ray J is like, yo, don't put this out because I don't want to look stupid, right? This is what I have heard. Again, you guys decide. You guys sound off in the comment section. But like I said, like I just read, TMZ said full-on brawl. A full-on brawl is not a discussion. It's not a discussion. It is a confrontation. All right. At this time, Ray J exited the area and headed towards the parking lot with his entourage, which included Amber Rose and his manager, David. However, they were reportedly soon met after by Diddy's three sons. Sources told the outlet that the three brothers moved in on Ray J, expressing their frustration over the public comments he's made regarding the incarceration of his father and the federal racketeering and prosecution case that's going on, okay? Sources said tension quickly escalated amongst the men, with the guys getting in each other's faces and chest bumping one another. The news outlet reports that Justin and Christian Combs allegedly made it clear they wanted to fight. However, Chris Brown allegedly saw the altercation from his car, rushed over and grabbed and broke them apart. Since the news of the alleged altercation broke, Ray J had a phone call with Wack 100 and claimed he was rushed by 8 N-words. Meanwhile, Ray J's manager, David, says nobody was trying to do anything. Nobody was trying to press and rush up on Ray J. These are just little kids trying to fight a big boy. See, I think it's his manager trying to be like, yo, don't put it out there that you got beat up by Diddy's sons. And, you know, Ray J's probably on the fence. So maybe it's not Ray J trying to clean it up and buying all the video. Maybe it's his manager trying to protect his artist's, image. Anyways, let's go to the recording now. This is Wack and some other people are on the call, and Ray J. Keep in mind, for those of you who are not seeing this, Ray J is not on the call on video. Everybody else is on video. It looks kind of like, I don't know what it is. It's a Zoom or whatever it is, probably some app, all right? It's not Clubhouse because it's video. Everybody's there is on video. Ray J is not on video. Ray J hasn't been seen on video. Why not? Anyways, let's take a listen, okay? And pay attention to when Ray J's like, yo, don't put this out there. Take a listen.
How many of them was it? 2, 3? What?
I don't know, like 8.
Oh, so it was them at 8 and they tried to rush you for real.
Yeah, but don't put this up.
It's going out, dog.
Well, Wack, don't put this up online.
So my question to you is, can I put the other stuff out that we've been knowing about?
All right, so you hear in that video where Wack is saying, yo, can we put something else? Can we put something out about them? And Ray J's like, nah, don't put something else about them. I don't know what that is about. But then the other headline on a blog was Wack 100 seemingly hints at retaliation against Diddy's sons for trying to fight Ray J. And he also says he has info he can expose. When we run into you, act like it's 1995. I don't know what that means, but why would Wack be so upset if it was just an argument? Just an argument, and then Wack wants retaliation and I want to expose him for something, all for words? I don't know. That sounds to me like something else went down. I got more proof, all right? Let's go over to Hazel E, right? Hazel E. It says, Hazel E said that she was present during the alleged altercation and that Diddy's sons, Quincy, Christian, and Justin circled around Ray J. She also mentioned that Chris Brown stepped in to defuse the situation. We all know that Chris Brown for sure stepped in by now. But listen to what Hazel says, all right? Listen carefully.
I honestly just saw like Christian, Justin, Quincy kind of start circling Ray a little bit.
From what you've seen, did things ever exactly get physical or was it just words exchanged? Was there any, fist thrown or?
It definitely was like a chest bump, push back, pull up the pants kind of vibe.
You hear how the interviewer asked her, did anything get physical? She didn't say, oh, no, not at all. They were just arguing. She goes, well, there was some pushing, there was some chest bumping, stuff like that. Yo, this is what it sounds like to me, and we'll go to the pictures next. What it sounds like to me is ish went down, there were some hands thrown, and they got some like Olivia Pope people to cover this up. Yo, Chris Brown stopped it, whatever, blah, blah. Like, I'm not saying it was a full beatdown, but like I said, where is Ray J? How come you haven't seen him? Everybody knows the minute you were accused of being in a fight, right away, you got to come out on video and defuse that. When Rick Ross got jumped in Vancouver, yo, he came out within like, people were like, yo, what's going on? He came out 48 hours later and was like, oh, there's nothing on my face. We saw the video of him where the guy actually laid hands on him. We saw he laid the punch on him. So why did it take Rick Ross 48 hours to come out? All I'm saying is, where's Ray J? Where's the video? Let's see your face. That's all I'm saying. I just feel like there's some like Ray J's manager got some like Olivia Pope person to like clean all this up. Anyways, I'm going to try to get the person, my source, to come on. Obviously, they don't want to come on because they don't want to expose themselves. I was able to get some pictures. I haven't seen anybody else with pictures. I'm trying to work on getting the video, but here is pictures. I'm going to put it up on my YouTube. If you're watching on Spotify, you'll be able to see it. But for those of you who are just listening to this on a podcast, I'll describe it. There's security, there's Ray J, and then Diddy's son, and then they see like Chris Brown. That's the only still. Here's another still that I'm going to put up where you see the security guard, and it looks like he's like in a yelling kind of position. There's somebody's hands on his chest. And then I have one where Ray, it looks like this, I don't know if this is Quincy or not sure if this is Christian or one of the two of them. And one of them is kind of like smiling. This looks like to me like this is right before it popped off. But again, like I said, I feel like Ray and his team are trying to quiet this to not make it look like his sons, Diddy's sons, jumped him and threw hands on him. This is what I have for now. I'm working as we speak on getting more. I will let you guys know, but now y'all can sound off in the comment section. I played to you Ray J saying, yo, don't put this out, man. Don't talk about this, Wack. Wack's like, this is already out there, bro. Why is Ray telling Wack not to put this out? Why is Hazel E not able to answer a question when the interviewer asked her, was it physical? Did anything happen? She didn't say, no, not at all. They just argued. She didn't answer that. She avoided the question like she's a politician. There was a chest bump. Oh, there was some pushing and there was some shoving. Okay. And like I said, I just showed up. I just showed you guys some pictures. So if that sounds like a verbal argument to you, all the more power to you. Like I said, I wasn't there. I cannot tell you for sure what I saw with my eyes. I can only tell you my source. And from what I proved to you, what I just showed to you, you have to be a little bit skeptical that this was just not a verbal argument. After you just hear all this, you cannot think that that was just words. There was something that's happened and somebody out there is trying to quiet it down. I'll let you guys know. I'll follow up if I get more tomorrow. All right. All right, in our second lead story, the feds allegedly raid the offices of Rap-A-Lot Records and J Prince. The article says quickly, well, the blog says, the feds just raided Rap-A-Lot J Records offices. Updates will be coming soon. So this kind of came out yesterday, I think it was. And I found it a little bit weird that not a lot of people were reporting it, but sometimes these things take a little while to start bubbling. From what I heard, again, Wack 100 was the one who put this out there that he heard this happen. But just yesterday, I think I got this from Ack. Ack was on a stream and he was like, yo, Baller Alert has an exclusive. Apparently, Baller Alert spoke to J Prince and says, J Prince shut down rumors of FBI raid in his office. So they wrote this. The hip-hop mogul dismisses online rumors, calling them out as people telling lies. The internet was buzzing yesterday after rumors spread across Twitter claiming that federal agents had raided J Prince's office. The speculation appeared to come from various rap and hip-hop news sites, sparking debate and controversy within the hip-hop community. Many fans and insiders were quick to wonder if the Houston icon and Rap-A-Lot Records founder was facing any legal trouble. However, Baller Alert reached out directly to J Prince, and he didn't hesitate to set the record straight. In a statement, he made it clear that the rumors were false, dismissing them with a few choice words. He said, the people that start these rumors tell lies for a living. I don't have time to keep up with their BS. J Prince, who is well represented in the music industry and known for his influence in Houston's rap scene, has often been the target of rumors, despite his legendary career. All right, so give you guys a little bit of context on this, all right? And I'm questioning this. So, The person that is saying this is not true is Jay Prince himself. Now, if my offices get raided by the feds and I don't want it to come out, of course I'm going to pick a blog and be like, yo, it's not true. I would rather hear somebody else say it's not true. I'd rather the feds say it's not true. I would rather somebody else other than Jay, because obviously he's not going to want that to come out. Nobody wants it to be exposed that, you know, the feds ran up in your spot or you're being investigated. So I question that. Now, here's another thing that makes me wonder, because if you guys remember last week when I told you guys about Tony Busby is the lawyer that has that 1-800 hotline on Diddy, and he has open, I think, 120 cases against Diddy, all right? That's the lawyer that's making the news about Diddy. Now, if you guys remember, I told you all last week that it was speculated that this lawyer, who is from Houston, okay, is being paid off by Jay Prince. Now, why is he being paid off by Jay Prince? What does Jay Prince have to do with Diddy? Rumors are that Drake has always been upset with Jay Prince for not standing up for him when Diddy apparently had some altercations with Drake. I'm not going to get into that story. There's beef with Diddy and Drake because Drake stole a beat from him, and apparently Diddy put hands on Drake. That's been known in the music industry for years now. So Jay Prince is Drake's bodyguard. His son was the one who discovered Drake and sent him to Lil Wayne. So everybody knows mob ties, right? Jay Prince is Drake's big homie. So Drake has always been like, yo, you never backed me in that Diddy situation. So one of the accusers are like, yo, me and Jay Prince are going to work on getting Diddy, you know, put away or whatever it is, right? So people think that Jay Prince is the one who is financially backing Tony Busby. And a lot of people have said, where is Tony Busby getting all of this money to file 120 cases? It takes a lot to have a 1-800 number. There's a lot of manpower that goes out behind this. How is this Houston lawyer? And if you remember, Diddy's cases are in New York, Miami, and LA. What does it have to do with Houston? Why is there a Houston lawyer doing this? Who has the money to be able to bankroll this? It could be Jay Prince. I bring that all back around to say that maybe because Jay Prince is paying off or helping bankroll Tony Busby, maybe now that's why the feds are like, yo, let's go check on and see what's going on with Jay Prince. And that would be the reason why Jay Prince would be like, no, this is not true. So I know that's a lot of information. Rewind it if you have to. But if you think about it, it all makes sense and it's all connected. So that's all the information I have from now. Let's see if we get any more stories coming out there. And why will all of a sudden would Wack just be like, yo, the feds are up in Jay Prince's office? Like, why would he just say that out the blue? You know, Wack doesn't do that. Wack is respected out here, a blogger, and you know, his name holds weight out here, right? When Wack says something, you could depend on it. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, we'll see. We'll follow up this and we'll see what happens next. All right, in our third lead story, Trump ally Elon Musk warns of a necessary economic collapse if Trump gets elected. All right, y'all know I hate talking about politics. I literally just have to talk about these things that really go crazy out here because I need to get y'all's opinion on this, okay? So make sure y'all comment below if you think what you think about this story. The reason why it's such a big story is everybody is saying that Donald Trump, Democrats and Republicans are like, yo, if there's one person I trust with the economy, it's Donald Trump. I think everybody pretty much is united on that, regardless of what party you are at. People think, yo, he's going to be good for the economy, right? How can Elon Musk come out and say this? I think I have a theory. I think it's horrible what he's doing and why he's saying it, because most people won't understand. But from a business perspective, I understand what he's trying to say. But however, the average person is not going to understand this. So I think it's such a stupid move. Just want to know what you guys think. So let me read a little bit of the article and then we'll talk about it, okay? Elon Musk has offered a sober preview of Donald Trump's economic plan for Americans if he's reelected, revealing that a period of initial temporary hardship is on the horizon for American households. Rather than cautioning against it, Musk describes the hardship as necessary and inevitable, supporting Trump's blueprint for restructuring the economy by slashing government programs. Musk shared his remarks on a telephone call organized by the American PAC, indicating that he and Trump see economic pain to the average American as a necessary cost of their political goals. He went on to say, some temporary hardship will come, but it will ensure long-term prosperity, Musk stated on the call. So let me just break that down, okay? What Elon Musk is basically saying is that there's going to be huge reaction, huge hardship for Americans, but in the long run, it's going to be beneficial for you. Now, as an entrepreneur myself, as somebody who has gone through ups and downs in business, I did restructuring in my company. I lost $2 million in 2018. But by the time 2020 came around, I was back up to positive. Now, that is it was a forced restructuring to avoid hardship. Business people will understand that. So I understand what Elon Musk is saying. Stores do that all the time. You hear when stores are like, yo, we're going to close down, 100 Starbucks locations and we're going to open 30 new ones. They're getting rid of that bad money, those bad leases. And then in 4 or 5 years, those new stores will end up making up for that debt. That's what that means. Okay. Now, the average American who's already going through hardship, who's already can't pay groceries, it's hard for them to understand that. Most people don't understand those kind of business terminologies. I understand a few do, but I feel like most don't. And there's so many people that are complaining about gas prices, complaining about grocery prices. The last thing they want to hear is, yo, the markets are going to get even worse before they get better. I just think it was not intelligent for him to say that to people. Let me know what you guys think. Comment section below. Send me an email. Maybe I'll think it was smart. Maybe it's like, hey, you know what? We're going to be honest. We're going to let you know it's going to be worse for the next 2 or 3 years. But I just feel like there's people who cannot handle it being worse for the next 2 or 3 years. But like I said, I don't get too much into politics. I just want to explain from the business standpoint and let you guys sound off below. Do you like Trump and Elon Musk's policies for the U.S., knowing that the economic downfall will be worse than we are right now, says Elon Musk, but then it will get better? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Send me an email, trendoutloud@cfqr600.com. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. Beyonce was allegedly paid $10 million to show up for Kamala Harris. Fans are not happy since finding out Beyonce was paid $10 million to show up and support Kamala Harris today. First of all, we don't know if this is fact. Second of all, we don't know if she's being paid that for the rights to use the song Freedom. We don't know anything. And another thing that we do know is that a lot of people are paid as surrogates and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But another political thing that I want to know from you guys, how do you guys feel about some people getting paid to support a presidential campaign? Do you feel like they should? Because a lot of people got to go out, got to do work, they got to fly, they got to do different things. Do you feel like it's as authentic if somebody is being paid to do something for their political candidate? Sound off, whether you're a Trump supporter or Harris supporter. I know I have both. This is a purple state around here, but sound off. If this is true, do you feel like you don't like it? And, should presidential campaigns pay for people to support them? All right, in our second quick story, sorry, another political thing. I just said that I don't want to talk politics, and this is my third political story. Sorry. Joe Rogan says Kamala's sit down was scrapped after campaign told him he can only have 1 hour. All right, this is crazy to me as a colleague, as a local podcaster and YouTuber. I just think this is a bad move from Joe Rogan. All right. So Joe Rogan tweeted out this: for the record, the Kamala Harris campaign has not passed on doing a podcast with me. They offered a date for Tuesday, but I would have to travel to her and they only wanted to do an hour. I strongly feel the best way to do it is in my studio. And it's my sincere wish to have a nice conversation with her to get to know her as a human being. I hope we can really make this happen. Excuse me, sir. Kamala Harris is the VP of the United States of America. Whether you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent, she still is in office. If somebody says somebody in office is inviting you for an interview, bro, you go to that person. I don't care who it is, or the Democrats or Republican. You're not like, no, I'm not. Dude, I'm not going to the VP. I'm not going to the president. Tell the president to come to me. And what do you mean an hour? Yo, I'm Joe Rogan. You need to give me 3 hours. Bro, this woman is in office. She is the VP of the United States of America. Like, I just think it's very bold for Rogan to be like, nah, so I'm not going to her. She's got to come to me, and I will dictate to you guys how long I want to talk to her for. I just think that's a bad move. Y'all let me know what you think down below, or send me an email. Our third quick story, the band member Freddy P calls out Diddy for failing to pay people he has wronged, but offered $50 million for bond. Okay, I had a clip, but I don't have time to play because I'm running low on time. For y'all, those who remember from Making a Band on MTV, Walking for Cheese, Junior's Cheesecake, Freddy, he's coming out and just like, look, if Diddy would have paid me off, I would have kept my mouth shut, and everybody else would have kept their mouth shut. He's right and wrong. He should have definitely paid Cassie off because this started this whole, avalanche of people coming after him. But I will say something though. When you are at a certain level, at Diddy's level, and you're a billionaire, and you have had so much control over things, it's kind of hard to take your ego out of things. So I'm sure there's been cases that Diddy has paid off. If you guys remember, about a year before this happened, Diddy said he's giving everybody back his publishing, which for years Diddy has been known as horrible, taking everyone's money and keeping their publishing. And all of a sudden he was like, yo, I remember him on the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne was like, why are you giving people back their publishing? He's like, I'm just in a love era. No, this was in the era of him trying to hush people up. Okay. Because when he gave back their publishing, they also had to sign an NDA. It was like, here's your publishing. Don't say anything about me, because Diddy knew all this was coming. But I think Diddy's ego got in his way, and he was like, yo, you know what, Cassie? I'm not giving you the 30 mil. And that was his problem. So Freddy P is right, but at the same time, you're not in his position sitting down being like, yo, like I paid this person off. I paid this person off. If you keep going, at some point, you're just going to have to pay off everybody. So it's a slippery slope. It's easy for him to it's easy for us to sit back now and be like, how come you shouldn't pay everybody off? When you're at the top, a billionaire, have gotten away with this for so long, there has to be a time where he's like, yo, I'm not going to pay this person off. Cassie was the one who said he wasn't, and now he's in jail. So, and by the way, the $50 million bond, you're just putting that up as an asset that if you run away, you have to pay it. So it's not like he offered the judge 50 million, like, yo, let me out of jail, I'll give you 50 mil. No, it's just his house in Miami that is paid off, and his mom's house. So it's an asset. If he runs away, yes, the government gets to take his house, but obviously he was not planning on running away. So Diddy didn't offer 50 mil cash, all right? It was just an asset. All right, in our fourth quick story, Thee Stallion sues YouTuber over lies about Tory Lanez case. All right, so, gosh, we've been talking about that, I think, 4 days in a row now. Tory Lanez, his case is going to be heard in an appellate court, I think early 2025. There's a lot of misconceptions going around that the evidence is not available, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of people have been reporting on it. And now Megan's lawyers and Megan is not happy about some of the things that some YouTubers and bloggers have put out. I checked my mailbox and I haven't gotten a letter yet, so I guess I'm in the clear. So Megan put out this statement, and she said, it's time to hold bloggers accountable for years of harassment and putting out misinformation on their publications about my personal and professional life. I've endured countless attacks on my character based on false narratives from social media bloggers misrepresenting themselves as journalists. It's unacceptable behavior, and these individuals need to understand there will be repercussions for recklessly posting lies and defamatory falsehoods. So that is what Megan Thee Stallion put out. By the way, shout out to Megan, my correspondent who helps me with Young Thug and Diddy's trial. So shout out to Megan. Megan was made famous for covering Megan's trial. So shout out to Megan. I think I have something here where I think the YouTuber, she put this out. She said, I've been informed that I have been sued by Alex Shapiro, who is Megan Thee Stallion's lawyer, on behalf of his client, Megan Thee Stallion. We are filing a civil action against you concerning your campaign of harassment and false statements made regarding Miss Pete, who's Megan Thee Stallion. The plaintiffs are aware of your conspiracy with Mr. Pete, which is Tory Lanez, and we know you were paid to be a surrogate for Tory Lanez. He also wrote and he said, "Of course, we'll chat about it. They threw in the tapes too." Don't know what that means, but this Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, it's all coming back up from what's it been, 2 years now, a year, I don't know, but I think we're going to hear a lot more about this. We'll see if the YouTuber pulls whatever she put up there. We'll see if she is really in cahoots with Tory Lanez. More importantly, what I'm more confused about is the evidence. Tory Lanez's lawyer says the evidence is not there. Megan Thee Stallion's lawyer says the evidence is there. If there is no evidence to present to the appellate court, Tory Lanez will walk free. It will be over. So remains to be seen. Where is the evidence? And I just can't wait for this trial to come up. So, of course, I'll let you guys know what happens. All right, in our fifth quick story, Lil Durk is in great spirits despite hating jail food as he prepares to plead not guilty in his case. It sounds like every time that we hear about somebody in jail, Diddy and Durk now, they're like, yo, I have no problems being in here, but the food is horrible. I mean, jail food is horrible, but Lord. Sources close to the Chicago rapper says Lil Durk is keeping a positive attitude amid his recent arrest for charges. TMZ reports that the 32-year-old rapper remains in great spirits while going through the process of federal detention in Miami, though he hates the jail food. Sources added that Durk has already garnered a good rapport with the prisoner staffers and his fellow inmates who have come in contact with him, describing him as super charming and agreeable. Reports note that Durk is planning to enter a not guilty plea to all of his charges. Well, that's not surprising. Nobody pleads guilty right away. You always plead not guilty. Wait to see all the evidence. Wait to see the judge you're going to get. Wait to see the jury selection, whatever. And then when your back's up against the wall and you have no choice, then you're like, yo, I want to change my plea. I want to plead guilty. Everybody says it's known when the feds come for you, they have a 99% conviction rate. So when the feds come for you, you just plead guilty. But we'll see their case and we'll see what comes up. And of course, I'll let you know what's going on. All right, this brings us to question of the day. What 90s fashion trend needs to come back? All right, somebody says dressing appropriately for funerals and graduations. I agree with the funerals. I think it's a little bit disrespectful. You show up to someone's funeral in some sneakers and jeans, but graduations, I like that we're starting to loosen up, man. You don't got to wear suits everywhere, you know? Somebody said real men being providers. Okay, I'm trying to be funny. Somebody said real hair, real bodies, and bare faces. Hey, I love the natural trend, but hey, I'm not hating. Somebody says tracksuits. I love a good tracksuit. Listen, I think tracksuits have been replaced by Nike Tech Fleece. So it's still there. It's just not like the K-Way level starter tracksuit, you know? Somebody said men being masculine. Black women in the 90s were just built different. TV shows featuring black excellence. Hey, we have some good black TV shows. What's going on? Somebody said Fila and Coogee sweaters. All right, shout out to B.I.G. Somebody said fashion, of course, yes. 90s beauticians who washed hair with their services. All right, don't know what that means. It's not 90s behavior if there's no velour tracksuits. Fair. Somebody said tighty whities, New Jack swing music, African pattern shirts with overalls. That's funny. Somebody said you got to bring back FUBU, for real. Real bodies, R&B groups. Yo, where are the R&B groups at, yo? Yo, I miss R&B. Still my favorite music out. Somebody said decency, wearing lingerie at home. All right. What else we got here? Natural bodies, designers. Looks like, baggy jeans. Okay, baggy jeans is super back. Are you joking? Everyone's wearing baggy jeans. Somebody says reading, intelligent conversation, modesty, common sense. men dressing like men, Fat Farm, some privacy, beef and broccoli Tim's, FUBU. Yo, it looks like the unanimous is natural bodies, yo. Hey, I'll let you all discuss that below. Which 90s trends do you think needs to make a comeback? Let me know in the comment section below, or send me an email, try to get you on the air, trendoutloud@cfqr600.com. All right, this brings us to sports news. Ashanti's national anthem performance steals the show at the World Series Game 4. People are basically saying Ashanti looks thicker than a Snicker. Yo, Ashanti looks super good. She just had her baby a couple of months ago. She was up there looking nice. I don't really follow baseball too much. I did check the score. I heard that I saw the Yankees won 11-4, but they're down 1-3. I think actually tonight might be game 5, and people are just predicting that. Did I say this wrong? Sorry, that LA is up 3-1. Sorry. Anyways, people are predicting this is the most boring World Series ever, and LA is going to win. I don't know. I ain't got no skin in the game. I'm just happy Ashanti is back showing out. All right. Anyways, that's it for my Thursday show. I hope you liked it. We worked hard on it, so I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to check me out for tomorrow's show, Friday. Y'all know it's my favorite day of the week. Before I let you guys go, I just want to remind you guys of all the ways to stay up with the Trend Out Loud podcast. If you're used to watching this show on YouTube or podcast platforms, please try to check me out Monday through Friday from 11 to 12 on CFQR600.com from anywhere in the world, any device. Just go log on. I'll be right there. Or 600 AM if you're in the Montreal area on your radio. Like I said, we play the Trend Out Loud podcast from 11 to 12, but we mix in 90s and 2000s hip hop and R&B. It's a great hour. It's a great way to break up your day, get your entertainment and viral news. Vice versa, if you're used to listening to this show on CFQR600.com and you can't always catch the show from 11 to 12, we get it. You're busy. You got Zoom calls. You got kids. You got things to do. You can't always be there at 11 a.m. No problem. We got 3 ways for you to stay up to date. One, on CFQR600.com, once you click Listen Live, there is a tab that says Listen Again. Just click that. You will see a section where the Trend Out Loud podcast is. You click that and you'll get all of our podcasts. You'll never have to miss it. Obviously, you can check us out on YouTube. We upload daily there and on any podcast platform. Just go to your desired site, type in Trend Out Loud. The show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow and subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And we upload daily because we're working hard for y'all, man. You can stay up to date with me on any social platform. It's always the same handle, Trend Out Loud. Don't forget to follow the media company, Exo City Media, on Instagram. And lastly, for those of you on CFQR 600, do not touch that dial. My homeboy, Don Smooth, is coming up next with the midday mix from 12 to 1. And Don is always dropping the hits. I'll see y'all tomorrow. The weekend's almost here, y'all. It's almost Friday. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trend Out Loud. Peace.